Hey guys, it's Pixelade here and welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new. Alright, so EA just launched something new. It is called Romantisim, and it's basically a fan fiction meets TikTok contest, but it's centered around the Enchanted by Nature expansion pack. No, I am not joking. There is a whole story on Wattpad, a complete romantasy, where you're supposed to read the first 27 chapters, but then finish the story yourself in The Sims 4. And after you do all that, you upload your ending to TikTok using the hashtag #SimYourFantasy for a chance to win some fairy core vacation getaway and have your idea featured on the official book cover. Honestly, it's really creative promo. I will definitely give them that, but the idea of letting players shape the ending of their story and share it is actually a really cool idea if the game were functioning properly. Now, I'm going to get into that a little more in a second, but I want to break this whole thing down first. So the story is called Foraging for Desire. Now, the whole thing follows a sim named Leora, who ends up caught in a magical love triangle between Milo, a very shy, grounded forest guardian, and Orin, a cocky, flirtatious fairy with a mysterious agenda. We have brewing potions, enchanted plants, magical dust, shirtless woohoo in the woods. It's a little scandalous. Now, by the time you get to chapter 27, everything is building into this big final choice that you have to make. Who does Leora trust? And who ultimately gets betrayed? Who is catching the next heartbreak? And that is where players come in. So we're supposed to sim the ending in our own games, then upload a short video acting it all out. So this contest runs through August 15th, and EA is going to be picking a winner based on how well your video matches the tone, uses gameplay features like elixirs and crafting, has a clear ending, and includes some drama or chaos along the way. You know, as fun as this little fairy love triangle does sound, the reality is that we are still deep in the middle of game-breaking bugs, and I cannot ignore that. I really don't want to be the fun police here, but you've got save game corruption that is still happening, what, a year after release now for the For Rent expansion pack? And yet, instead of that getting more attention, the attention it deserves, we're over here uploading thirst trap edits of sim fairies to win a free weekend in the woods. Like, come on. You know, it's frustrating because For Rent has been out for what feels like forever. I know it's only been about a year or a little more now at this point, but my God, with these issues, it feels like a lot longer. And a lot of these issues that players are experiencing are corrupting legacy saves and completely destroying progress. I'm just honestly shocked that the pack is still on sale, that it's still on the market. Considering the state that it's in, it shouldn't even be allowed to be sold at all right now. We have gotten updates on the save game corruption. They have acknowledged it, but yet once again, they've gone quiet with it yet once again. And even over on the forums, there are players asking, what's the progress with this? You know, when can we expect updates on when we can see this fixed? If you go to the replies on the official announcement tweet for this whole Romantisim campaign, people are not playing along. You've got console players begging for basic settings to save. There are folks whose games are crashing, just trying to open the gallery. And of course, you've got simmers saying their perfect ending would be a bug-free game. It's just hard to get excited about a fan fiction fairy love triangle when the game's in the state that it's in. You know, when you launch something this theatrical while the game is still broken in the state that it's in, it really just makes everything feel performative. You say you care about long-term saves, you say The Sims 5 isn't coming yet because you're focusing on The Sims 4 and supporting the players who've built legacies for years, but then sell an expansion pack that is actively corrupting those saves and legacies. It just doesn't sit right. But with all this, I'm definitely not trying to say that Enchanted by Nature is a bad pack. I actually think there's some solid stuff here. It's definitely not my favorite, but it's not one of the worst either. I think the aesthetic is also great. The fairy systems that we received add a lot of fun gameplay and a lot of rewarding gameplay too. But again, there's a time and place, and right now I think players are just asking for one one simple thing, and that is to fix the broken stuff before launching another contest or storytelling campaign, or just any promotional piece for that matter. And if nothing else, definitely continue to acknowledge the issues that are occurring within this game. If enough time goes by since you last acknowledged it, acknowledge it again and remind people, we see you, we're still working on things, here's the progress. Maybe things aren't going as planned and it's gonna take a little longer. Well, give us those updates, that's all we ask for. But the longer that silence goes on, the more disconnected players are going to feel from the game and from the team that's making it for them. Again, this is your final reminder for my July giveaway. Today is the last and final day to enter. This doesn't just involve Sims packs and Sims DLC, because sometimes I feel weird promoting them on videos where I'm critiquing them, but this is going to apply to all games and all content that's out there, because with Instant Gaming, you can use my affiliate link to save big on pretty much every game. Most games are on there. I use it for other games that I like Train Sim World, GTA 5, Assassin's Creed. There are a ton of titles. So of course, I want to thank you guys for your support, and I want to thank Instant Gaming for sponsoring this channel and this video. This is my fourth and final mention for the month, so I wanted to squeeze this in on the very last day, but my affiliate links are always available down in the description box below of all my videos. But I'm curious about what you guys think. Are you going to be entering this contest? Do you even care about this kind of storytelling promotion? Or are you more concerned about the current state of the game? Definitely drop all of your thoughts and comments down below in the comment section. And of course, I want to thank you guys so much for clicking and watching. Take care and happy life simming.